in school, you get into university, you are still doing it, or your parents are still and they are letting you do it and they know you are doing it. If you are in a private school or public school and they know you are doing it, please try to don't try comot yourself for that kind habit. I understand say at the top because a future is coming whereby that result wey you use examination malpractice get, if you wan defend am you no go fit defend am. Most of my results wey dey here I fit defend am. If you give me civic today, if you give me history today, if you give me English today, I go fit defend am. No be say I sabi everything oo, I fit no get everything, but you having the knowledge of something you did past for 5 years, 10 years, it will stick in your brain forever. No think about wetin dem dey talk about you. Anybody wey talk about you, wey dey see, one thing you need to know about this life is when anybody looks down on you, don't think about that person that looks down on you, or when someone tells you you can't do anything, that if you no have money there's no way you can work it out. Don't think about that person saying that when that person is telling you that if you don't have money there's no way you can do this, there's no way you can do that. Don't think about that. You now focus on yourself, try to build yourself, and see that person that is mostly saying that thing is mostly these illiterate people. I'm not talking in a harsh way. Most people were not having the privilege of going to school, but some people, if you are a parent watching this and you don't allow your kids to go to school, you are really bad. You are stabbing yourself at the back. I won't lie to you. Because you didn't have the privilege to go to school doesn't mean you should not give that your child that privilege to go to school. Yes, give your child that privilege to go to school, and you will very happy when that child turns out well. I don't know everything now. I don't know everything now, but from the little I know, I'm sharing this little experience. See this result here. See am. See am. Credit, very good, excellent. Na because say I no fit, if I turn to the back camera, this video no go make sense. I be newbie for this thing. I don't know much about it. But put yourself in a circle that the circle will improve your knowledge in everything you are doing. Is either academics, non-academics, anything you are doing, try to include academics. If you don't know much about education, that's not a big problem. You went to school, you have that result, you at least you have these results. You don't know much about it, but in 8 subjects you can defend three. You are good to go because the person who is asking you questions on those subjects will know that this person worked for this result. He did not maybe get it through illegal means, because you know examination malpractice is a crime. Me, I no go talk too much. Today na Christmas, make everybody enjoy. Make everybody enjoy. But wetin I wan tell una be say dat education na key. If you dey hear person dey tell you say me wey I go school wetin you use am get, no think about wetin dat person dey talk, because where you dey go is still far from where dat person dey go. Dat person e no dey think outside the box, dey dey think inside the box. When you are thinking outside the box, you are putting some challenge to yourself. You are challenging yourself that you can do this. That's what you need to know. Someone looks down on you, don't go to a corner to start crying. Either you are a man, you are a boy, or you are an adult. You went to school, you don't have work, don't give up on yourself. Keep trying. Life is full of challenges. When we don't face challenges, there's no way you can move forward. You need to face that challenges to move forward. Everyone has these are challenges. I have my challenges, and I go still talk this one. No dey gamble. If you dey bet will ruin your life to the last stage. In every of my videos, I still go dey talk on gambling and betting because gambling don ruin me to some extent. I just start realizing myself and start to dream big. Before, I wasn't thinking about something big. I was just thinking about gambling, which is a huge problem to my life. If you dey for school, you still dey gamble, try reduce that gambling habit, because it will come to a stage whereby if you don't gamble in a day, you won't get yourself. I've been in all these states and I understand it. I understand how it is. But I go really beg you say try every means to reduce the way you gamble. Do productive things. You don't need to. I did not just dream one day I want to be in front of the camera. I started just bit by bit. If you are looking up to become someone, a profession in the future, you can come on to YouTube, check how to start building yourself to that stage whereby you reach a stage where no one will just tell you what to do. You will learn from scholars, from professors. I'm not saying education will just give you that money. Education does not give money, but what it gives is more than money. Anyone telling you uh, you go school, you no get money, don't think about what that person is saying. Just be focused on yourself, because a time is coming whereby I'm not trying to discriminate or talk harshly to people who did not go to school. Some did not have the privilege. Some had the privilege, they went to school. But come to the understanding that in this 21st century, many years to come, there are times that you will need people in the education sector. Check it now. Artificial intelligence is innovative, is improving day by day. And see people who initiated it, they were from the education sector. I'm not saying this just to sweet anybody, I'm not saying this to sweet anybody, but one thing you need to believe is that a time is coming. Anyone saying less on you or just looking down on you is their problem. Don't think about what they are saying. If they laugh at you today, keep focused. Don't say this person is laughing at me. At some instance, I was laughed at, but it got to me. I wanted to react harshly, but when I started thinking about it, you reacting harshly to this, to what this person is saying, will not improve you. It will just devastate you. Your mental health. You need to increase your mental health. Do things that are innovative. Don't sit in a gathering where, if you are in a gathering whereby people don't do something which is innovative, try to remove yourself from that gathering and start doing things which is innovative or which is productive. You can start learning from your phone. If you have a phone, I did not just get this phone. This phone now, it was bought for me. I'm not just saying this to suit say anybody. Try your best to start doing good things for yourself. It's not that you just come in today. I did not plan on staying in front of this camera last month or last 3 weeks. I was inspired by someone to do this, because when you are chasing a path in life, you need to start chasing that path from your younger age. I will say this and repeat this. Reduce your gambling habits, because gambling will actually ruin you. I know gambling habits, addiction, because gambling addiction is crazy. It's more crazier than anything on earth. You need to reduce that gambling addiction to some extent whereby you won't be able to gamble again. You won't feel it as something that is very important again. Reduce your gambling addiction. Do things that are innovative and productive with yourself. Don't think don't think inside the box. Think outside the box. If you're around people who did not go to school or who did not have the initiative well, don't look up to them. Look up to greater things that can influence your life in nearer future. Education is really, I don't see anything where I say if you no get point for there or you no gain anything from there, just try to reward it. There are some things for this education wey be say e go really impact your life to some extent whereby you go appreciate the privilege you get to have that education wey you get. I no go lie for you. You have the privilege to go to school. Thank that privilege. That person that gave you the privilege to go to school, appreciate that person, because a time is coming whereby all the thing you went to school to learn, you will start, the hard work you did in school will start paying. You will start reaping the fruit of your hard work. I'm saying this, chase your dream to the fullest. Anyone can discriminate you. Discrimination is part of greatness. Criticism is part of greatness. You see some kind of constructive criticism. It's not trying to, constructive criticism is that criticism is not their criticizing you. They're just saying things that will make you move forward. Move forward. That's what they're saying, trying to tell you. Me, I no dey here to just come talk anything or do anyhow. I dey here to encourage una. Everyone will get to a certain stage in life and realize that this is my purpose in life. Everyone. But one thing I want you to do, don't give up on your education. If there are problems you are facing, pray to God, your problems will be solved. And hard work is the most. At some point, I did not care about I want to go to school or anything because I was occupied with gambling. But I came to realization that me being occupied with gambling will ruin some things in my life to some extent, whereby to repair those things that ruined, e no go dey possible. If na dey get me well, I dey talk say at some stage for my life I dey gamble, I no dey think about anything education. I no wan go school again. Dat was my next option. But at some point, I come dey think am say if I no go school in 10 or 20 years, na me go regret am. Yes, you had the chance to go to school, you did not go to school. Later in future, you may regret it. Education does not give money. I'm repeating these things consistently to let you know why you need education in your life. It's not that it gives money, but the knowledge it gives, money cannot buy it. Ask anybody. There are some school memories you have. When you don't go to school, you can't have that memories. I'm talking about the importance of the what when you go to school, what you gain after from it. I'm still going to talk about the disadvantage of you not going to school because the disadvantage will cause a a nationwide disaster if you don't go to school. That's the real fact. Me, I no dey here to satisfy anybody, but I dey here to make you know that if you are in an area whereby no one sees you that you have a bigger future ahead and you are feeling kind of depressed, discouraged from going to school or chasing your dreams to the fullest, don't be discouraged. That's part of life. Discouraged, failure is part of life because if you don't fail, you won't learn. I've failed many times. I failed in the education sector, but at some point I started building myself gradually to some extent whereby I could stand on my own and defend my results. Na because say my WAEC result no dey here